In this video, we have discussed the 14 things you should never do in your 50s. These are the things which, if you avoid, you will easily get rich. Watch this video till the end, or you may miss the opportunity to become rich in your future. Now let's start. Number 1. Failing to put money aside for unexpected circumstances. For example, abrupt medical emergencies or unexpected job loss are examples of the kinds of unanticipated events that might take us by surprise in life. In order to successfully handle these problems without amassing debt, it is essential to have a reliable financial safety net in place. You should make sure that you have a suitable quantity of money saved up in an account for savings that you can readily access in the event that you find yourself in a situation where you need money. 3 to 6 months worth of living expenditures is a decent rule of thumb to strive for while planning your budget. Number 2. Failing to prioritize money for retirement. To have a major influence on your long-term financial well-being, it is important to start saving for retirement at an early age. When retirement seems far, it is natural to put off preparing for it. However, it is essential to get started on saving for retirement as soon as possible rather than waiting until later. It is important to make continuous contributions to retirement accounts such as 401(k), and IRAs in order to get the most out of these funds. In the long term, having a solid understanding of the possibilities of compound interest may have a noticeable influence. Now, subscribe to our channel and also press the like button to know more financial tips and tricks to get rich. Number 3. Accumulating significant quantities of debt at interest rates that are quite high. When you are in your 45s, it is essential to be careful of your debt. Your ability to make progress in your financial situation might be hampered if you have a significant amount of credit card debt, loans for personal use, or high-interest auto loans. A loan with a high interest rate should be paid off as quickly as possible, and this should be your main priority. Your entire financial well-being will improve as a result of this, since you will be able to achieve savings on interest payments. Number 4. Staying away from budgeting and excessive spending. When it comes to keeping your money under control and avoiding going overboard with your spending, having a budget is quite necessary. By developing a budget, you are able to monitor your income and expenditures, give priority to saving, and avoid spending money on things that aren't required. For the purpose of properly managing your financial goals and making well-informed decisions about your spending, having a budget in place may be of great assistance to you. Number 5. There are potential adverse effects that might result from not investing. There are a lot of people in their 40s even who fail to see the significance of investing, which is terrible since they can be passing up excellent possibilities for business expansion and wealth accumulation. Your wealth might potentially expand dramatically over the course of time if you make investments in real estate, bonds, or stocks. When it comes to developing a sound investing plan, it is important to take the effort to educate yourself on the many investment opportunities available and to consider seeking the advice of a financial advisor. Number 6. Investing an excessive amount of money on lifestyle enhancements. The temptation to indulge in a more luxurious lifestyle, spending more money on luxury products and activities, may be strong as you hit your 40s and your salary begins to climb. In order to achieve your long-term financial goals, it is essential to live a balanced life and avoid making extravagant purchases that might be detrimental to your financial situation. Number 7. Not diversifying one's investing portfolio. It is essential to give serious consideration to modifying your investing plan in order to place a higher priority on the safeguarding of your savings when you hit your 40s. In order to avoid putting yourself in a position where you are exposed to risks that are not required, it is essential to avoid placing an excessive amount of reliance on a single investment or neglecting to diversify your portfolio. Number 8. Choose not to conduct a review of the insurance coverage. When you are in your 50s, it is essential to take a more in-depth look at your insurance plans, which should include the coverage for health, life, and disability. In order to protect yourself and your family members in the case of unexpected occurrences or medical crises, it is essential to have enough coverage from your insurance provider. Number 9. Making the financial needs of one's children a higher priority than one's retirement income. Making preparations for retirement should take precedence over caring for your children, and it is essential to keep this in mind. On the other hand, retirees do not have access to the same loan choices that are accessible to students, who may use them to support their college degree. Your long-term financial stability may be jeopardized if you choose the requirements of your children above your resources for retirement. Providing for your children while also making preparations for your own financial future is an important goal that must be accomplished. Number 10. During retirement, neglecting to pay for medical expenditures. As one gets older, there is a tendency for the costs associated with medical care to increase. It is possible that your retirement financial condition may be significantly impacted if you do not sufficiently prepare for these charges. When making preparations for retirement, it is essential to take into consideration the likelihood of the need for long-term care insurance, as well as the prospective costs associated with medical treatment. Number 11. Making withdrawals from retirement accounts prior to the period that was set. It is possible to be tempted to withdraw money from your retirement funds in order to meet your immediate financial requirements while you are contemplating retirement. Taking money out of retirement accounts before they are fully invested might, however, result in fines, tax issues, and a reduction in savings. Take into consideration making modifications to your budget or looking into extra sources of income as potential alternatives to the current arrangement. Number 12. Lacking a complete consideration of the life expectancy. Due to the fact that failing to appropriately estimate an individual's life expectancy might result in severe financial ramifications, it is of the utmost importance to take into consideration the rising life expectancy of people. By taking into consideration a longer time horizon and altering your withdrawal techniques appropriately, you can ensure that your retirement assets will continue to be sufficient over your whole retirement years period. Number 13. The failure to adapt the size of the housing suitably. As your children reach adulthood and move out, you can discover that maintaining a big house becomes not only superfluous but also expensive after they have left. Without making the necessary adjustments to the size of your house, you may find yourself in a position where you are burdened financially by recurring property expenditures. In light of your current financial circumstances and the way you live your life, you should weigh the pros and cons of downsizing or moving. Number 14. Forgoing consideration of the consequences of inflation. Over the course of time, the value of your investments may decrease due to the effects of inflation. When it comes to budgeting for retirement, failing to take inflation into account might lead to a decrease in income. To take into account the effects of inflation and to ensure that the value of your assets is maintained, it may be prudent to reevaluate both your investing plan and your withdrawal rate. Now you should know all the rules of money to earn more and save it properly. For that, you must subscribe to our channel and watch the video appearing on the left side. In this video, we have discussed all the rules of money that will actually help you